Hi everyone, today I am reviewing the Aeroccino 3 from Nespresso. I demonstrate how to use it, I give my honest opinion about it, and I show you how I use it on a daily basis, especially during winter, to make myself a hot latte in the morning. I am pretty stoked about the design of this little thing. The black part down here is made of a rubbery material and it's super practical because it ensures that you get a really good grip when lifting the container and pouring the milk into your cup. The odds of this sliding out of your hand while holding it or pouring the milk are pretty slim, which is good because you obviously really don't want hot milk all over you. I also like the chrome part here. It looks really great. The power base is just black and totally neutral. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the design and I don't mind it standing on my countertop like I do with a lot of other appliances. Let's just take off the lid here. When you look inside, you see this little thing right here. This part is what makes sure the milk becomes frothy or foamy. So you decide whether or not you want froth or foam in your latte, and it's nice being able to choose between the two because they're quite different actually. And I know that some people love foam and others really don't. And I want to show you how to make both of these, so let's do it. If you prefer a frothy latte rather than a foamy latte, you have to remove the coil. It's very easy to remove, and once it's removed, you want to make sure that you don't lose it. So if you pick up the lid again, you see these two right here. This is actually for storing the coil so that you always know where it is. So you just attach it here. Then you pour milk until the milk reaches the upper maximum line. I'm using regular cow's milk right here, but I also use plant milk later in the video. You place the lid and make sure it's properly attached, and then you press this button. You can see the button lights up and becomes red. This means it's not only frothing or foaming the milk, but also heating the milk. The Aeroccino 3 can actually also turn cold milk into froth or foam that you can pour in your iced latte. But we'll get back to that later. After pressing the button, the machine will start, and after a couple of minutes, your milk has become frothy and you can pour it over your espresso shot. I just made this espresso on my Vertuo Next. There you have your latte. On the other hand, if you want your latte to be foamy rather than frothy, you have to put the coil back. When that's done, you pour the milk, but only until the lower maximum line. And this is really important because if you pour the milk over the lower maximum line, the machine will completely overflow with milk. There will be milk everywhere. As the machine turns a lot of the milk into foam, it suddenly won't fit in the container, so make sure not to overfill the container. When you've poured the foamy milk into your cup, a lot of the foam will probably be stuck in the container, and this is where you might pick up a metal spoon to get it out of the container, but metal can damage the surface of the container, so you should use a tool made of something else than metal. I'm using my kid's plastic spoon. I also wanted to try using plant milk with this product, and these are the results. I used barista plant milk, and this is specifically meant to be heated, frothed, and foamed. So here's the foamy milk. And here's the frothy milk. I think both are pretty good, so you can definitely use the Aeroccino 3 as well, even if you're not drinking cow's milk. Now I want to show you how to use this machine for cold drinks instead of hot drinks. And it's really simple. Instead of pushing this button once like before, you push the button once for 2 seconds. Then it will turn blue instead of red, telling you that the milk will not be heated. And after a couple of minutes, you have nice either frothy or foamy milk for your iced latte, depending on what you prefer. So now I'm going to list pros and cons for the Aeroccino 3, and we are starting with the pros. I think the design is super nice, and I like the look of my Aeroccino 3 standing next to my Vertuo Next Deluxe. You can get the Aeroccino 3 with the Vertuo Next as a bundle, or you can get it separately. The standard retail price for the bundle is 259 euros, and it's the same price in US dollars. The Aeroccino 3 alone is 75 euros and about the same in the US, but I couldn't find it as a separate product on Nespresso's US site. I got my bundle on sale and I paid only 120 euros, so I think that was a really great offer. I really recommend getting the bundle, especially if you can find it on sale somewhere. I alternate between making foamy or frothy milk depending on what I want on the specific day. But I think I prefer, overall, I think I prefer frothy milk over foamy milk, even though I am a huge foam person, but not that huge of a foam person. I actually really like foam, but not too much. The Aeroccino 3 makes a lot of foam in one go, so you really have to just love foam to not get a bit tired of all that foam on top of your latte every day. And that's why I alternate between the two. I like that it not only heats up the milk, but you also have the option to let the milk stay cool. And I will definitely be using that feature as soon as I'm back to my daily iced lattes again. And this product not only works with cow's milk, but also with plant milk. Just make sure to get barista plant milk meant to be heated, because not all plant milks do that well when heated. And the last one, it's a very quiet machine. You actually almost can't hear it when it's on. Let's just take 5 seconds to listen to what it sounds like. So you see, it's very quiet, which is such a big plus in my book. And now let's talk about the cons. I personally really love if the milk was just a tiny bit more frothy, and then it would be perfect. And you also have to be really careful not to let any water get into the device down here when you're cleaning it. And that just makes the whole cleaning part a little unpractical. It's not too bad, but it is a little unpractical. And as I mentioned earlier, the surface of the container can be damaged if you use metal tools inside it to get the foam out. So you really have to be careful with that and use a plastic spoon instead. But then I thought, how many people even have plastic spoons laying around? I sure only have plastic spoons because I have small kids. So this might be an inconvenience to some people. My conclusion is I am very satisfied with my Aeroccino 3. I like being able to choose between foamy or frothed milk in my lattes, and I like the whole ritual of making my warm latte in the morning. And I am already looking so much forward to my iced lattes in the spring. That was all for this time. I hope you liked the video and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more reviews and more lifestyle content. And I will have a new video for you again very soon.